Well, I'm starved. Who wants some jambalaya? That's it. That's the intro. I'm making jambalaya. Alright. So, we're starting with some smoked sausage. They did have, how do you pronounce it? Andouille sausage? I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't come at me. But I didn't want to get it because, I'll be honest, I've never had it. And I didn't know if I would like it. I probably would, but I didn't want to risk it because this is my first time making jambalaya. So I wanted to go with something I know I would like, which just some regular old smoked sausage. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this smoked sausage. Oh, that is loud. Oh, you know what? I am kind of stupid, huh? Easy open. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut the smoked sausage into little links. We're going to add a little bit. So, we're probably going to use this whole link. I think that pan was still wet. We're probably going to use this whole link of sausage. I cut my finger the other day. I was making, I made that steak. I mentioned, you saw my video the other day where I made steak for the first time. Well, I cooked that other steak I had, and it came out a lot better. Here's a picture of it somewhere on the screen. And it came out a lot better. But I cut my finger in the process, cutting those potatoes. And it's actually it hurts. It doesn't help that I'm holding the knife very weird. Alright. So that's a lot of sausage. That's going to go into a pan. But we're going to throw this into a pan, cut up some ham, and we'll show you. So let's throw this into a pan real quick. I have these ham steaks. We're going to dice up one of them. Oops, I almost cut my finger. I need to work on my cutting technique. I never claimed to be a professional chef. Okay, so there's the ham diced up. I'll do some with this other ham steak here. Okay, so I don't normally measure my seasonings. But for this one I'm going to, and then I'll add more later if I need to. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use, that's Old Bay. I almost made a really bad mistake. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of Old Bay. Half a teaspoon of pepper. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're going light on the salt because the ham is salty. So we'll adjust the salt and the other seasonings at the end. So, okay. So, whoops. The sausage is almost done. So I'm going to cut and peel half an onion. Or dice an onion. Of course I'm going to peel it. Forgot to, whoops, I almost threw that I almost threw that in the garbage. On this side. This is going to hurt. With that cut on my finger, yeah, that's going to hurt. I don't normally do this. I normally cut the ends off before I dice it, but slipped my mind. That's good enough. I'm wasting a little bit more than I would like, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and put the ham in there. I did a really bad job at dicing this onion tonight. I don't know what happened. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So with that done, I also have a red bell pepper. I don't know how to cut bell peppers, so you can make fun of me with the onion because, well, that happened. Because I messed up real bad with onion. Bell peppers, I don't actually know how to cut. I should have cut the pepper first because I really want to rub my eyes because of that onion. Like I said, I think I've only cut onion or a bell pepper once because I don't really eat bell pepper. Not that I don't like it, I don't really ever have a reason to eat it. Okay, so I'm going to take the meat out, and I'm going to add in my vegetables, or at least the onions. I could probably brown the ham a little more, but it's fine. So we're going to put this over here. These brown just a little bit. And then we're going to add the bell peppers. Alrighty. So now I add the bell pepper. For just a couple of minutes. Mix it around in there. Let that cook. I'm going to chop up some of these bigger pieces that I can see in there. Okay, so now I'm going to add a cup of rice. I'm going to stir it in there. We're not going to let it sit for long. We're just going to have it get colored and everything. Toast it a little bit, and then I'm going to immediately go in with 2 cups of chicken broth. As well as my seasonings. I'm going to mix that around, and I'm kind of worried that my meat isn't going to fit in this. But I got my rice, I got all that mixed in. I'm going to add my meat back in. So I'm kind of worried the meat ain't going to fit. It's not, it's in there, but it's a little crowded, I will admit. Okay, so we're going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes. And then in 15 minutes we are going to add something else in there. And you'll see in 15 minutes. So it's been 15 minutes. It's still a little wetter than I was anticipating, but that's fine. I was wanting it to be wetter than drier, so that's actually perfectly okay. So what I have here now is actually some shrimp. So I'm going to put just a little bit of shrimp in there for about 5-ish minutes. Not even a lot, just a little bit. And since it's frozen, still a little frozen, not like rock solid frozen. I'm gonna mix it in there. Since it's frozen though, it is gonna cool it down a little bit, not a lot. We're gonna put the top back on there and let it sit for about at least 5 minutes. Maybe a little longer since it was frozen. And I'm going to come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the jambalaya is done. It's still boiling a little bit right now, but I'm about to go scoop me up a little bit and try it. See if it's any good. So let me go do that real quick, and I will let you know how it tastes. So I will say, when I first came back in here after putting those shrimp in, it was very shrimpy smelling. So like you could definitely smell the shrimp. But here it is. That's it, cooked and done, and that's it. It looks good. It's a lot wetter than I was expecting it to be, but I'm actually okay with that because I wanted it to be more wet. So let's go ahead and get a bite. Well, at least it fell back into the bowl. A bit with the sausage, so ham, or not ham, sausage, a bell pepper. I think there's an onion in that. So, okay. There is one thing I forgot to add. It was cayenne. You can see it sitting up here. I forgot to add it. I was going to add just a little pinch of cayenne, and I forgot to add it. But I guess it's something in the smoked sausage. There's a little bit of spice in there. Like, it's not spicy, but there's something in it. It's good. The rice is a little undercooked. I could have left it cooking for a little longer, I think. Let's try it with a shrimp. The shrimp is better than the sausage. The shrimp is way better than the sausage. Wow. And that's just like cheap, great value shrimp. Like, that's nothing special. Let's go one more bite. Ham. It's got some bell pepper in there. It's ham, but it's good. It's really good. I think I did pretty alright for my first time making jambalaya. I think next time I'll leave the ham out and add more shrimp and definitely cook it longer. The rice isn't unedible, but it's definitely a little undercooked. But I think that was the perfect amount of seasonings. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, that's real good. Now I'm gonna go finish eating this and watch some Uncle Roger. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye.